I'll tell you the truth. I don't know what's going on here. I think that this is the truth. I think the computer's a fad. And this is my feeling. I know I might be out of line, but I think it's close to going away. Anybody? I know Fred agrees, but maybe some of you youngsters with your whole careers built around it, but Fred and I know that it's just, we're gonna be back to this before you know it, right here with the whiteout tape that you have to put in there. Now here's the thing about the computers. We need to back off. We need to get off the devices. We need to stop thinking that our opinions matter. You know what, old people, you know, you're old. You're old here. Remember the good old days if you didn't like to go to a restaurant, you just didn't go there again, right? If you didn't like something, you go, you know what? I won't go back to wherever that is again. I won't go back to Sizzler because they didn't, whatever. But no, we got to get on our devices and we got to chime in and we got to make sure that everyone hears and they need to know what I think and I'm going to give them 1 star. It's like, we trying to get somebody fired? Relax. Get over yourself. Give it a couple of months. They'll get their stuff together and then they'll make a nice steak for you. But in the meantime, don't be a whole nation of whiner reviewers. It is amazing to me how, wow. And I would give that 5 stars what I just said. But everyone, here's the deal. You get on Yelp. What, are you trying to get somebody fired from their gig? My French fries at McDonald's were cold. You know what? That's what you're going to get. They're paying these guys $10 an hour. What are you expecting? You expecting Ruth Chris Steakhouse? It ain't happening, baby. You know why you went to McDonald's? Because you're cheap. That's why. I saw on Yelp the other day, some dummy reviewed Glacier National Park. Glacier National Park, one of the most beautiful places in the world. And know what their review was? 1 star, meh. 1 star, meh, and Wi-Fi sucks. That was their... So just, take it in, enjoy life. Go, hey, these fries were cold. Maybe next time they'll be warm. You go that way with it. But you don't have to, on everything, think your opinion matters because, to tell you the truth, it shouldn't. Wow, okay, there you go.
You guys are fun, thank you. I'm just getting old and grumpy. We got a lot to talk about, stuff we relate to. I can't stand technology. What are you laughing at? Everyone's tweeting. We have to tweet with that stupid tic-tac-toe sign. All the letters are stuck together, hash browns, I don't know what the heck it's called. Just talk to people like the old days, please. I remember when Yahoo wasn't even a website. It was just another way to say hooray. Oh, I found a nickel! Yahoo! Careful on the timing. Everyone's got all these iPhones every year. It's a new one, 5, 6, this, poke me in the eye, please. I can't stand it. Well, can they fix the talk text where you talk on the phone, it writes out the words? It's not even close to what the heck I just said. I was working on my website. Eric O'Shea is ready to view. Eric Horsehair, fallopian tubes. No.
If you don't like any of my jokes, I got a website, I got Facebook, write me and complain. I don't know a lot about computers. You seem surprised. Worst thing for me, my computer, I have to buy something for it. They like that. Go down to the store, hey, I need something for my computer. They're like, well, what kind of computer you got? Ooh, there's one I wasn't ready for. It's kind of almond color. It's like a TV, but it's not. Here's the problem. I'm pushing that little blue button and my cup holder's not sliding out. Have to be careful online. The other night I was online, hit the wrong button, bought the Cleveland Browns. I got them in the garage there, I'm very happy. I don't even shut the door. I just painted the goal line across there and they will not go over that thing. I have a cell phone. You got cell phones, right? There's one right there. Sure. Be careful. A couple weeks ago, driving down the highway, a delivery van pulls out in front of me. I got to slam on the brakes, spill my coffee, and I'm angry. But the company's phone number is on the side of the truck. I'm like, bloop, 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 bloop. Hey, one of your idiot drivers just pulled out in front of me. I had to slam on the brakes, spill my coffee, and I'm mad. He's like, is this the idiot in the brown Chevy truck back there? I'm like, no.
I think the smarter the technology gets, the dumber the people get. You agree with that? Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to work in a grocery store, right? And I worked a thing called a register. And it sounded like this. I'd ring everything up, I'd count the money back, no problem, right? Now you go in there, you got that one idiot kid in there, he's like, and he gets one barcode wrinkled, has a nervous breakdown, doesn't he? Can I get a price check on register 5, please? I'm like, can't you just type that number in? I need a manager to do that, sir. I'm like, you can be replaced by a raccoon. You know that, right? I was working up at a comedy club up in Saratoga, New York, and they got a racetrack there. And I asked the guy what he did in the audience. He said he was a jockey, you know. And I was like, that's amazing, you know, like to race horses must be so exciting, you know what I mean? And he says, yeah, it's pretty cool being a professional athlete. I was like, I don't know if I'd go that far. You're basically a hobbit with a fancy shirt. I believe the horse is the athlete in this scenario. If the horse pulls a muscle, you have to sit down and wait for the golf cart to pick you up. Then he wanted to fight me. They're really angry little men, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh gosh, the other day we were driving by a old Blockbuster building that you could tell was a Blockbuster building. Tumbleweeds are going by it. It's so sad. And my husband says, man, I wonder what's next. I wonder what's gonna be obsolete next. So many changes in our society. And all of a sudden Siri answered, people. Oh my gosh. Oh, you know what's obsolete? Screen doors are obsolete. No one builds a house and say, make sure you put that nice wooden screen door on the front. No. We don't put screen doors. We don't open our front door and let people see in. That's scary. No one even comes over to our house anymore unless they have to let you know they're coming. No one just stops by. Even the FedEx guy knows it's a dangerous thing when they come up and ring the doorbell. You ever notice how fast they run? Like, oh. I don't know about you, but when someone rings the doorbell, it's like, get the gun! No one's coming over. Screen doors. I remember when I was growing up with the screen door, we'd go to bed at night, my mom would go, did you lock the screen door? We had that little lever. Yes, it's locked. We're safe from all evil, Mom. Brains. Come right through. One time we brought old pictures into one of the classes I was teaching, and I had a picture of me on the telephone, you know, and they were all laughing. Oh, Miss Kerley, your phone was attached to the wall. Well, you know, that's why I brought it in, because I wanted them to see it, because I thought it was pretty cool. You know, remember running to the phone and you'd stand, and when you had to go to the bathroom, you dangled it and you went to the bathroom. Well, I had a friend who had a phone on the wall, but she had a 50-foot cord. And I used to be so jealous, I thought they were rich. She'd go, guess where I am right now? I go, I don't know, where are you? She says, in the bathroom. That is so cool. You're rich.
You need the kids, though. You need them for technology, right? They keep you current. My son was bugging me for Wi-Fi. We were the last people on the planet to get Wi-Fi. And, well, here's the deal. We had it. We were getting it for free, but then our neighbor moved. His name was Linksys. So. All right, if you don't know why that's funny, your internet's probably slower than it should be. Ask your kids. So I had to hook it up legit. I spent all week on tech support. Oh, you ever talk to those guys? They hate me. They don't even hide it. They're like, look, you're obviously not getting this at all. I'm looking for some words you might understand. Is there anyone else there we can talk to? It's me and my son. Put him on. He's got all this jargon. Apparently, I was supposed to know before I called. Well, your TCP, IP, USB, and the elemental P. Oh, I got to reconfig the Jaggenhauser. Okay, I'm on it. I'm like a caveman. He's trying to get me to reboot something. I got two rocks I'm clanging together, trying to get a spark. Zorg is angry, still no fire. We're going in circles. It's like Abbott and Costello. Who's your server? Who's my server? Exactly. Exactly what? No, what's your browser? Third base, right? Do you even know what you're talking about? I did before you called. I talked to this one guy for like 45 minutes. I finally asked him, how much is this costing me? He said, $2.50 a minute. Yeah, I was like, so what are you wearing? Always complain about technology, you know. We're never happy. Have you noticed that? No matter how good it gets, you know, bounce our call off a satellite miles in the air and get it. Glitches for a second, we're all upset. Like when I started doing comedy, I didn't have a cell phone. I used to have to pull over to payphones, those ridiculous calling card codes. Remember those days? Yeah, like John Lithgow would come out in the commercials, try and make it sound easy. Dial 10-321. Okay. Wait, dial 10-10-3232-111-3211. And then 1, and then the number. It's just that simple. Look, take the sum of the first 3 digits, divide by 7, round up to the nearest whole integer. If that total is a 10 or 11, double down unless the dealer's showing a face card. Hop on 1 foot, form a trapezoid for each independent calling area. For my Latinos, una garna, un gato ciego, dali vueltas. Do you know the Muffin Man?
That's what I've become in this. That's what I've become in my whole day. Metaphor in my life. If you like technology, got a lot of technology going on. If anybody asks you, because they might, they say, hey, when did Lamont quit on technology? You tell them 51. That's when I quit. I've clocked out 51. I got enough. Got enough up here. Don't need any more. Got it all. I'm good. But I know everything. I don't pay attention to it anymore. I'm good. I'm fine. I know that, you know when I drew the line? Snapchat. That's when I drew the line. I did. I know. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I know the young people, you know what it is because you use it. I don't know, and don't tell me. I don't want it up here. I don't want it. I don't want it. It sounds dirty in the first place. It does. Sounds dirty. You want to see my Snapchat? No. No. Why would you say that? This is mixed company. No. It's a photo app. I know that much. It's a photo app because this is what this society is. We love taking pictures because there's no accountability. You don't have to make any decisions. Look at it. Look, here's 1,500 pictures of me. I just went outside for 10 minutes. Look at that. Because you just take pictures till the battery in the camera dies. That's it. See? It's a different generation. Folks my age, we had to make decisions because our camera had 24 pictures. And you had to make harsh decisions about what you took pictures. There are times your friends go, hey, could you take a picture of me? You're like, ooh, I got 3 left, so no. Yeah, I got you on another roll, so no, I can't do that.
You know my brother got my dad for his 75th birthday? A laptop. Yeah, my dad can't work a locking gas cap. Now he's on Facebook 24 hours a day. My dad calls me every morning, 7:30 in the morning. Did you check your email? No, Dad, I'm asleep. Check your email. Why? We sent an email. Well, Dad, you don't have to call and verify the email. You're creating twice the technological work for yourself. You just check that email. When I check it, what does it say? Call me when you get this.
It's amazing how far we've come in technology, just in our lifetime. Amazing. I'm watching a movie with my kids. Okay, a little bit of an older movie. All of a sudden, my son goes, why is the phone on the wall? Just put me on a scooter and point me to a home. I'm done. It's V-neck sweater time for me. I'm old. That makes you feel so old, and you got to explain to a kid, yeah, if you want to talk to somebody, you have to stand near the wall. Sure, the rich kids had the long cord, they could get to the fridge, you know. When you look at a kid's face when you tell them that, you might as well scratch it in hieroglyphics. Here's phone, here's wall, then we hit buffalo on head and make feast. Everything is instant. You want to listen to a song, it's on your phone. Your phone is wherever you are. Seconds later, there's a song. Amazing. Anybody remember trying to find a song on a cassette? Remember those days? Bring a book and a lunch. It's an afternoon finding that thing. Stop, rewind. Stop, play, that's not it. Stop, rewind. Oh, it's on the other side. Stop, eject, turn over, close. I should shave again. Remember trying to reel up the beginning part? There's my over 40s. There they are. They're getting this. This is the over 40 gang sign right here. Don't make me bust out my pencil, yo. By the way, if you're under 30, I don't have time to explain what just happened. I love watching people under 30 watch me do that. I don't understand what's happening. Is that a flash drive? This guy is stupid.
That little boy got everything in the world. Nintendo, PlayStation, PlayStation 4, Xbox, Xbox Connect. He got everything, man. And that's what kids today have. I just got him his first smartphone. He's 13. We didn't think he really needed a smartphone, but with my wife and I figured if we got him one, he could teach me and my wife how to use ours. And he got it taken away the first day back at school because he got caught texting his girlfriends. I had to go to the school to pick up his phone, and we're driving back home, and he looked at me. He said, "Didn't you ever get your phone taken away while you were in school?" Because anybody in here that's my age or older, if you would have wanted to take my phone, you would have had to come to my house, come in my kitchen, and rip it off the wall. And my son goes, "Well, what did you do for cell service?" We had that long cord that would reach into every room of the house. That was it. "Well, how did you text your girlfriends?" "We wrote them out on a piece of paper, and then we folded them up and we handed it to them, hoping we wouldn't get caught. Then we spent 10 minutes watching them trying to open it."
Weird now. My father is 83. He thinks computers aren't going to work out. Told me that. "Don't waste your money, son. The whole thing's a scam." He printed up an email and sent it to me in the mail. He won't get an email address. He goes, "That's how they get your information. And then they know exactly where you are all the time." I was like, "You haven't left the house in 7 months. Everybody knows exactly where you are all the time. Quit sending me letters with human handwriting on them. It's creepy." Right? Everything's automated now. We have email and the post office at the same time. We're going to have to explain that in 4 decades to our grandkids, that we simultaneously had email and the post office. That's going to blow their minds. They'd be like, "Grandpa, what was paper?" "It was made from trees." "What were trees, Grandpa?" "It's not important, son. We got oxygen tanks now. Screw them. We don't need them anymore." You'd write your little letter on a piece of paper, and then you'd fold it up and put it inside of another piece of paper that had a little door on it. And that was called an envelope. Some people called it an envelope. Those people were lunatics. And you take your letter to a dangerous, uncomfortable place called a post office. And you'd wait around for hours in the body odor and the lack of eye contact. Till you finally got to talk to an angry, misshapen man who lived with his mother and had an inexpensive haircut. That man would sell you a little sticker you could put on your envelope, and you'd lick it and get cancer and give it right back to him. That's when they would deliver my letter. No, son, a bunch of stuff happened after that. They'd shove it in a slot in the back wall where there were more angry people from bad families. Those trolls had put it on an airplane who travel hither and yon across the country, sometimes for weeks, till someone finally discovered it was on the wrong aircraft. And that's when they would deliver. No, son, not yet. That's when they would accidentally deliver it to the neighbor of the person that you sent it to in the first place. Then that man, based on his relationship with his neighbor, would decide whether or not that scumbag was going to get his mail. That was our technology. I don't know how any of my stuff works. Phones, you guys understand your phone at all? I don't know why I lose calls. I don't know why I do it, but I have friends that want to know. I have one friend in particular who always wants to know who had the most bars. Did you have bars? I have bars. You have bars. So I just say something I heard. I'm like, I just switched towers. I've never seen a tower in my life. I don't know what that means. My mother thinks she has to call me first to text me. She waits for me to answer and then begins texting when I answer. And I have the phone right by my ear. That's when she hits all the loud beeps and starts texting. It's so painful. And I can't hang up because I have to decipher from the tones because she won't answer my call till I text her back. If I hang up and call back, she's like, I gotta wait. My wife thinks I'm living a double life because of my cell phone. I'll explain. She, if there's a noise in the background at all, she goes, it sounds like you're in a wind tunnel. Are you in a wind tunnel? When am I gonna be in a wind tunnel? I don't work for NASA. I'm not testing space shuttle tiles. Hey, remember that time I said I was in Provo? I was in space. I was in an anti-gravity chamber answering my phone. That's ridiculous.
I just upgraded, by the way. I used to have one of the older generation iPhones, which about 2.5 years ago was amazing technology. And then I started getting mocked for it. People start mocking you. And that puts societal pressure on you, and you upgrade to the next level. The phone was fine. It had a cracked screen, which also happens at exactly 2 years when the warranty goes. Because you drop it every day, right? Every day you drop your phone and you have the casing on it and you're always amazed, wow, it hit on a corner, it bounced and rolled, you pick it up, it's fine. But they have a program in there. And it always says, is the phone in free fall, yes or no? If yes, is the warranty still valid? Yes, then bounce properly. If the warranty is invalid, these little gyroscopic motors kick in. All kinds of programming is used for the first time, and you bing right on the corner of a curb, crack screen. Amazing technology. So I was tired of getting mocked, and I upgraded. You know? Now, you get mocked for a flip phone, and if you own a flip phone, legally, you can get beaten up. I find cell phone technology it's out of control. Like, you ever been, like, let's say you're supposed to meet someone somewhere, and you say, hey, I'm right out front, where are you? You said you'd be here, I am here, I'm right up front. No, you're not, yes, I am, oh, hey. You ever done that? Talk to somebody 5 feet away, and you're using satellite technology? Your voice is going off of your cell phone up into outer space, where it hits a satellite, changes direction slightly, comes back down to Earth 5 feet away. The thinnest triangle ever created. Even the satellite is gone. I can see that they're standing right next to each other. I should not have to be handling this call. Someday they're going to have satellite notification. Click, look to your left. Hey! The world of phones is out of control. You get off a plane at the airport, everybody fires up the phone, everybody's on the phone, they got to get caught up. And half the time, people are calling these places and they get that menu and they're just getting the voicemail menu and the voice-activated menu. They're just standing there going, yes, yes, no, go back. I hope they're talking to one of those voice-activated menus. Whenever I see somebody talking on the phone like that, I like to walk by them and go, yes, and change the direction of their menu. It's a walk-by menu change. I highly recommend it. The menus never upgrade, you know? Like, I don't know if you knew this, but I hear it all the time. I call these places, like let's say you call a credit card company. You know what they still have on their menus? This option. If you're calling from a rotary phone, stay on the line and someone will be with you shortly. You know what it should say? If you're calling from a rotary phone, push-button phones are available at Walmart for $12. Why don't you get in your 73 Gremlin, make a left on that dirt road, and join us in the new fast-paced world of push-button technology. We will wait. It's not fair. The rotary dialers have it so easy in this life because all they have to do is stay on the line and someone will be with them shortly. The rest of us have to pay attention. That's a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? When that menu begins, you're like, all right, this time I am not going to drift. All I have to do is pay attention to a few simple numbers. How difficult can it be? The menu begins, then your ADD kicks in. Bing! Should I go to the grocery store first, then come back home and pick up the mail? Or maybe, and vaguely in the background you hear, if you're currently press 1. God, great. I missed number 1. I always miss number 1. And number 1 has all the really good options. Then you try to tell yourself to regroup. Come on, get back in there. You can still salvage this call. Focus. If you're calling about payment of your bill, press 2. Well, technically, I'm calling about non-payment of my bill. I better wait. There's probably something more suited for my non-payment needs further down the menu. Because you never want to commit too soon to the wrong number. You ever make that mistake? You're like, oh, this has got to be me. Boo! Oh, no. You're caught in the maze. I'll never find my way back to the main menu. None of these options have anything to do with my little problem. Panic sets in. You start hitting 0, 0, 0, 0. You've pressed an invalid key. Please hang up and try your call again later. And that's when you realize, I got to get me one of them rotary phones. Thank you. Yeah. That's why people have them. Now they use the voice-activated thing. And you know the rotary dialers. Here's what they say. They go, press or say 5. You know how they do that? If you're calling for press or say 5, you know the rotary dialers are going 5. Press or say, they gave us an option. Were we having trouble with that? You know, somebody complains, yeah, I'm getting tired. Okay, hold on, we'll fix that in a minute, sir. You know what they're probably working on now? Say or think your number. Our phone calls are going to be like, you've thought an invalid number. Please clear your mind and think again. I can't stop thinking about the 5. You know what I like to do? I like to press all the odd numbers and say all the even numbers. Boop, boop, 284, boop, boop, 44, boop, 6, boop, 82, boop. Then I walk outside, look up in the sky, and watch that satellite go, boosh.
But I see myself turning into that guy. You know, the older I get, the more I complain about stuff. When you're in your 20s, you don't care about anything. Now, I'm just trying so hard not to be that guy. You know, the guy that, like, doesn't want to learn anything, so he just says everything. We didn't need any of that nonsense. You know what I'm talking about, that guy? He's like 85 years old. Don't give me all that. You and your stupid computers. But you watch that and you try to avoid that. But I gotta be honest, when my kids come home with a $400 game system, it's pretty hard not for me to just involuntarily blurt out whatever happened to Light Bright. You know, at some point I'm gonna say that. I would destroy you at Light Bright. It's not even competitive, but I would take you down. Because I have extra bulbs. That's how I win at Light Bright. Anybody have that game, Light Bright? When I was a kid, Operation was state of the art. How about that one, Operation? Oh my, it was like the pinnacle of technology. We should all just die today. Nothing will expand me on these capabilities. You're simulating surgery. Best part about that game, not just the fun of it, but it prepared you for the future, and you didn't even realize it while you're playing it. How about that? Prepared you for the future. And I'll give you an example. 3 days ago, I'm trying to get this piece of toast out with a fork while it's still plugged in. I pretended it was a left-wrenched ankle.
Looking at the kids nowadays, too, it's different, man. It's different. Things that they have now, things that make their life so easier, and yet they still complain. Does anybody else get this? Like, today's teenage kids complain about the smallest little things. Dad, I hate this iPod. Why do you hate the iPod? Because I can only hold 2,700 songs in this thing, Dad. It doesn't have enough memory. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, do you know how long it would take me to put 100 songs on a tape? I'd be there for 2 weeks. He looked at me, he was like, what is a tape? I'm like, a tape is something you can rewind with a pencil. That's what a tape is. Don't know. He was like, man, he was like, for real? He was like, well, how did you even like get that on there? He was like, you must have had a lot of tapes, huh, Pop? I'm like, nope, I had one tape. It was an MC Hammer tape. Only tape I owned. He asked me, he said, Dad, you can't record over an original tape. I'm like, you want to bet? If you cover up them 2 holes on the top of that tape, you stuff it with Kleenex and put Scotch tape on top of it, you can record over and over again. Look at some of the young kids. What? I think we read about that in school. It was. Our lives was a little bit harder. When we wanted to record our favorite song, you had to get that off the radio, didn't you? Yeah. That took you all day to get one song. First, you had to call and request the song to even be played. My kids was like, oh, that ain't hard, Dad. You just pick up the phone, right? I said, no, I'll pick my phone up. Kids didn't understand that. They was like, Dad, you didn't have like a cordless phone, dude. My phone had a 985-foot cord on that thing. That way, Mama could answer the phone in the kitchen and still water the grass in the front yard. That's why I was like that. But kids now, they complain about it like that. They come to it. Now, I get that they got a lot of neat stuff. I like some of this stuff. Phones now connect to TVs. TVs connect to your cars. Your cars connects to your friends and neighbors' houses. Everything connects. Makes it easier. We didn't have none of that connection stuff. Like my kids would stare at a garage like it's supposed to raise. Like it's supposed to go up. Dad, what's wrong with the door? What you mean was when I grew up, we had big wooden garage doors that weighed 978 pounds. And if it rained, it weighed more than that. And you had to hold this thing up so that your dad could get the gremlin in the garage. Kids got it easy now. They do. My kids, they said, Dad, what about your computer at your house? When you grew up, what was your computer like? My computer at my house? The only time I seen a computer as a kid was at one day at computer lab when we would play Oregon Trail. That was the only time. No, don't even clap for that, girl. Don't clap for that. I hate that game. My whole family died in that game. That game was not good to me. We lost the wagon wheel and that was it. But it's true. I was trying to explain to my kids. My kids, they teenagers, you know, they got all this stuff. You know, some of the things that I look at, when I look at what they have now, I don't look at what we're giving up. Has anybody been paying attention to what we're losing when all this new stuff is coming out? There's things that we used to do for years. There's things that we used to say for years, but because of the new technology, we don't say them or do them anymore. For example, because of cell phones, you will never hear somebody in the house ever again say it. Hang it up, I got it! That's gone. It's obsolete now. The other day, I'm with my kid. He's sitting in the car. We drive over to the gas station. I run in to go get me some Gatorade. I'm 25 cents short at the counter, but I know I keep changing my ashtray. So I come back out to the door. I don't go all the way to my car. That's why I have kids, so they can bring it halfway back to me. But I'm standing in front of this store, and I'm trying to get my kid's attention. He's sitting in the car. He's listening to the radio. I'm like, Josh! 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 Hey, I need a quarter in the ashtray. I need... Roll the window. Put the window down. Roll. He had no idea what that meant. None. My son has been on this planet for 12 years and has no idea what this is the symbol for. Now, I'm not gonna make funny, because I bet you there's at least 4 or 5 of you in here right now who still rolls their window down like this. And I know that for a fact, because the last show when they let out and we were walking outside, one of them passed me in their car and was like, great show, man. But he had no idea. He looked at me like I told him a riddle. When I left, I'm like, oh. This is the symbol. If you want somebody to roll their window down nowadays, you gotta look at them and do this. Do you remember how gratifying it was when somebody cut you off on the road and then had to stop at the red light so you could go right next to them? Give them a little piece of your mind, let them know you didn't like that last transaction. But you could pull up next to them, hey, roll your window down. You feel like you almost won that conversation already. Now you can't do that. Now you pull up, you're like, hey. Don't ever pull up next to me doing that. What is he, a rabbit?
Let's talk about technology. Hate it! Anybody hate technology? Anyone think it's like ruining? I still have AOL email, okay? I do too. Because what if my boyfriends in 5th grade want to find me, okay? Like what? They don't know about Facebook. They were in prison. And so, Christian school. And so, I don't like technology, but my kids like technology, so they get me apps for my phone, okay? I just got a smartphone, not that long ago. And so they got me the talk to text app. Have you guys heard about that? Where you talk and it texts what you say. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, so you talk and it texts what you say, right? So I'm texting the kindergarten teacher. Thank you, Mrs. Rappenchuck. Looking forward to a great year. What it texted was, I hate my mother and I have a yeast infection. Thank you. Thank you, Steve Jobs. Thank you. Have you ever had it keep texting when you don't know it keeps texting? Has anyone ever had that where you're sending a message and then you look at your phone and there's a bunch of stuff that shouldn't have been texted, right? And you can't untext it? This really happened. I'm in a parking lot with my kids. I'm texting our realtor. Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Gonna be a great transaction. Don't make me come back there. If I come back there, I'm gonna spank you so hard, you're not gonna know your name. What do you do? You can't untext it. LOL.
I don't like a lot of things now as the technology starts to pass you up. My family got me Alexa for Christmas. They know I don't like technological things. They got me Alexa, and now Siri's jealous. Now neither one of them are talking to me. I'm like, Siri, what's the weather? Why don't you ask Alexa? Man, this is like high school all over again. She goes, technically, high school was 32 years ago. According to WebMD, you're in the last third of your life. By the way, don't go on WebMD. There are no small diseases on WebMD. You go on for a head cold, and it's some kind of flu that they discovered somewhere. I had a sore foot. I didn't even know I walked into a table and forgot. I looked up sore foot. It said I had polio. That doesn't even exist. WebMD made that up to scare me. And self-diagnosing is embarrassing. The other day, wife walks in. I'm laid across the desk using the mouse for an ultrasound. She goes, what are you doing? Googling myself. Hand me the jelly. I found a lump. I'm about to scroll down. Nasty. One of my buddies that got the Alexa, he's got the dots. You guys know what those are? The little mobile units they have in the rooms. He put one in his bathroom. He goes, dude, check this out. You can order toilet paper. Alexa, order toilet paper. In 2 hours, drones will drop it off. I said, that's cool for you, but that's how Terminator starts. You're too lazy to do that penguin walk through your house and find your own toilet paper. Or stick that creepy arm out the bathroom door. Somebody hand me some. Little hint, if Schwarzenegger bangs on your bathroom door, he's come back in time. Go with him. Do it now. Pull up your pants. I'm the Wipeinator, here to save you. Do it. I'm not good with any technology. Phones, I need them, but the one thing I don't need is a new phone every few months. And my kids are always about that. I need a new phone. It's my daughter. I need a new phone. What's wrong with the phone you have? It doesn't do anything. Neither do you. You go in the iPhone store, they're always on you. Oh, you gotta get the new phone. All right, what does it do? Well, it's iPhone 10. How much is it? $1,000. I said, dude, at this point in my life, I don't need anything expensive called X. Some people got that. Some people, I haven't been to Rome. I don't know. You said 10 a minute ago. Don't change the joke. I remember the first time one of my kids wanted a phone, it was my son. They always put him up to it. He's the oldest, and he came rolling in. He's like, hey, Dad, I need a phone. What do you need a phone for, man? So we could talk. I'm like, dude, we don't talk now. When we do, it's not a conversation I want to pay for. Talking to him's like talking to Stallone in Rocky. I'm like, he comes home from school, how's your day, buddy? What's up? You hungry? You got homework, don't you? I remember the first phone we got for everybody. Everybody got a phone, and I didn't know you needed a data plan. They said, oh, just get a phone. And there's like family plans now. Back then, it was 10 cents a text. And they don't even look at the keys. Like, click, 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 click. It's all day. The message comes in, message goes out. We were getting charged for every message. First bill, 14,000 texts. Yeah, at 10 cents a text. Anybody see Rain Man? Want to figure that one out? Yeah, 14,000, 10 cents, $1,400. Definitely a lot of money. Man, and these things are constantly going back and forth, and my kids want the latest and greatest, and it's a phone. It's all it does. No, it does more than that. It takes pictures. They don't even send full messages. It's K and sup and see you, the number 2 later. That's if I'm lucky. The other day I got a message with all caps from my daughter. All caps, which means she's yelling at me. I go, you better lower your case with me, missy. I'm lucky now if I get words, it's mostly emojis. And the other day, which I don't like because, 5,000 years to develop a language, now we're back to hieroglyphics.
And now I gotta get my reading glasses to figure out what, honey, I'm getting a message from upstairs, bring my glasses. All right, she sent lips and a donkey. Apparently she's out of makeup and needs a ride to Bethlehem. They taught my mom how to text too, which is hilarious, because she thought there was a Hershey's Kiss emoji. And she replaced it in the messages to the kids, and I hear a scream in the bedroom. Ah! Nana just sent me hugs and poops. All right. It's kind of nasty. I try to keep up with computers. Everything's got one, and people ask me, do you do your banking online? Do you pay your bills? I would if I could remember my passwords. They change. Every website's different. Like the first one's 4 letters, the next one's 4 letters and a number, the next one's uppercase, lower, number, symbol. That's algebra. I sucked at that 30 years ago. You try 3 times, you get locked out. I can't remember the answer to the security question. I'm on the phone with Mom in the middle of the night going, what was the name of the dog before Tuffy? The first thing the big mistake I made, we had keyless entry on a car, and I locked my baby in the car because I thought I remembered the code. And I was throwing that door shut to walk around the other side and get in the car, and I put the keys on the front seat, threw him in the back seat. I didn't even lock him in his seat yet. And the whole world went in slow motion all at once, and I see the keys hit the sun. Oh! His eyes through the window, clink, 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 clink. And the door, no pulling it back. No. I'm thinking, okay, be cool. He's in there. He's not locked in. He can open the door if he wanted to. I may as well had a chimp locked in there at that point. I'm like, dude, unlock the door for Daddy. He's throwing poo at the window. Oh. You gotta understand computers. Everything's run by them. Even the bathrooms now. You go in an average bathroom. The one at my gym has an air freshener now that's motion sensor. I didn't know it was motion sensor. I just walk in one day and hear, what in the heck is that? My buddy goes, oh, it's an air freshener. Why is it going off when I walk by? He goes, oh, it's on a motion sensor. He walks by, nothing. What in the heck? Maybe it's on a timer. You walk by again, I'll watch my watch. Nothing. I said, it doesn't like me. Nah, it's an inanimate object, it can't be. I walk by. It's me. The sinks, everything's laser guided and computerized. They still don't work after 25 years. You go sink to sink like you're panning for gold to wash your hands. You find one that works, you gotta remember the soap that worked and go back over there and hope that goes back again. You got the jet things for the towel, for the hand now, and you gotta figure out if it goes under or if it wedges in like it's a bad game of Operation. And if you touch the sides, that's nasty. Oh, I gotta wash again. Which anything we have now is still infinitely better than what we had as kids, which was a towel on a rope, on a roll, that was just a loop of towel. It wasn't 500 yards of clean towel, it was the same towel going around. We were so basic, we were so dumb. Oh, new towel. There was no monkeys in there cleaning it. There's my handprint, there it comes again. Now these things have jet engines. They still don't work. All they do is show you how old your hands have got. You look at it and go, there are white caps in my skin. Look how loose my hands have gotten. The toilets still don't work. You end up ducking in and out, pretending you're somebody new. Waving your foot around in front of it. When do they flush? Go to sit down. They'll flush for you. Get that splashy on your business. It sucks in that toilet paper nest, took a half an hour to build. You gotta relay the protective. You know, if there's one strip and the water catches it, no! My nest! I'm gonna paper mache the nest this time. You can't stop me. Little water, a little sticky. That's how you make Adobe. I'm safe. So nasty. This is the stuff that keeps me up at night. That and 9 trips to the bathroom.
And I was reading that millennials have 31 billionaires under the age of 40 due to their technology inventions. And that's because they grew up with better stuff. Their toys were educational. I had a Slinky. Of course, I didn't invent anything. I played with a spring. If they had a question, they had Google. I had the magic 8-ball. What do you mean, ask again later? I need to know now. The only thing that I had that was remotely advanced was Etch-a-Sketch. And my mom got me one at a garage sale, and the left knob was missing. So everything I drew took a hard right.
My Candy Crush lives just renewed. Does anybody else in here play Candy Crush besides me? Anybody else besides me and my grandma? Up there? What level you on? Nobody wants to admit anything in this crowd. What level you on, sir? 3,000? You go to the bathroom a lot? It's okay. I blame technology for a lot of stuff these days. Like I was playing solitaire on my phone because I was waiting on my Candy Crush lives to renew. I was playing solitaire and I felt good about myself, and then I beat the game, right? An online pop-up ad popped up, said, "Congratulations, would you like to date other single men in your area?" It's like, I'm not gay, iPhone. I just put the jack in front of the king once. That was an accident. Some of you are not giving that joke the credit that it deserves. I blame technology for what the kids have. Cyberbullying, I don't even understand that. How does that even work? I'm getting cyberbullied. I'm getting cyberbullied. Turn the computer off. What am I missing? Am I missing something? I used to get bullied as a fat kid. I'd have to run away. Walk, I guess. Waddle. I got out of the situation. I want to kill for that. How do you get bullied from the computer? You just got to sit there and take it? What is the matter? You're making fun of me on the computer. Click. Okay, he stopped.
You want to feel old? Technology, that'll make you feel old. It just goes too fast. I get a new phone, I gotta ask an 8-year-old how it works. I don't think all improvements are good, though. All technology, like this is my hotel room key. This is what we get at every hotel now. Is this an improvement over the actual metal key that used to work, what, 100% of the time? When you check into a new hotel, how many swipes on average does it take for you to get in the first time? My over-under is about 700 swipes. It never works. It's always the same scenario. I'm exhausted. I just want to go to bed. Been traveling all day. It's like, well, finally, we're here. Boop, red. What the? Flipping it over, rubbing rabbit's foot on it. Nothing works. Now you're stuck with your bags in the hallway. You gotta go take the death march back down to the lobby. 10 other furious people in line holding their cards. And what happens when you get up there? They flip it on you like you're the bad guy. Like you're the idiot. Yeah, my key's not working. Did you swipe it more than once? No. Didn't think of that. Nope, I'm a one and done kind of guy. My car doesn't start on the first try. I just get out and walk to Poughkeepsie. That's how I roll. Did I swipe it more than once? Yes, I swiped it 1,000,000 times. It doesn't work. And this is my favorite one. Do you have a phone in your pocket? Yes, it's the 21st century. We all have phones in our pockets. Babies have phones in their diapers. We all have a phone. Your amazing key can't handle a phone? Then I thought about it. I got this giant phone because my eyes are going. It's a huge screen, and now she's telling me there's enough radiation kicking off this thing that it's screwing up the key card. So, of course, where do I keep it all day, every day, like a genius? Right there next to my crotch. Just just microwaving my privates all day long. Idiot. Probably got 2 lonely chromosomes left down there. Just whiling away the end of their days watching big screen movies in my pants.
Great kids, though. They're awesome. And I notice nobody's got their cell phones out. Kids today, right, they sit down. My kids today, boom, right on the table. Boom, right on the table. Cell phones, boom, right down on the table. Everywhere they go. I grew up in the 70s. That would be like us bringing encyclopedias no matter where we went. You know what I mean? Plopping them on the table when we sat down. Hey, everybody. Got your encyclopedia? Yeah. What was the name of that mountain we were thinking of? Yeah, you know what? I forget. Let's look it up. If I had Google in high school, I would have had honors all the way through high school. Kids don't use it, though. You know what I mean? Dad, who invented? I don't know. I don't know who invented anything. You know, who knows Mr. Google? Look it up. Why are they even asking me? You know what I mean? I have a feeling, believe it or not, that in years to come, there's not going to be any school. There won't be a need. Do you know what I mean? Like, there won't be a need for it because what you want to learn, you'll be able to learn. It'll be like, you know, Google University or Siri of Technology. You know what I mean? Alexa Academy, whatever. Right? Because you can do that now. You can take out your phone and learn something you don't know with like in a second. Oh my gosh, this man's not breathing. Does anyone know CPR? Yeah, give me 1 second. Siri, CPR. Did you say Sal's Pizza? Does anyone know if he's hungry? Are you hungry? Siri never understands me. Aggravates me, doesn't it? Do you ever try hands-free texting? Oh my gosh. I want to send like a 10-second text. It takes me 30 minutes, for heaven's sakes. It's so frustrating. You know, I'm in the car. Send a message to Paul. What would you like your message to Paul to say? Hey, my man. Heard you were in an accident and you're in a wheelchair. Give me a call when you get a chance. Your message to Paul says, hey there, Minute Man. Heard you had an accident on a Ferris wheel while you were visiting France. Ready to send it? No, change it. I can do that. Half an hour later, I'm up on the curb, I'm taking lampposts out, you know. It's in wheelchair! Right? There's always a point where I'm so frustrated, I just want to get rid of it. Get it out of here, you know. Your message to Paul says, hey man, heard you were in an accident and you're in a wheelchair. Care to dance? Ready to send it? Yeah, send it. Go ahead. Just get it out of my car. Poor guy's in a wheelchair, I'm asking him to dance. Yeah, cell phones. I don't understand a lot about cell phones, that live thing. Sometimes when you take a picture, what's it called? You're a millennial, what's it called? Live photo, you press it, everybody moves for like 2 or 3 seconds. I don't understand that. My girls don't drink, but it makes them look drunk whenever I look at them. What's that even mean? Why is that even there? I don't know why that's even there. I don't know. This is an impression of my kids. This is an impression of my daughters, and this is dead on. Dad, want to see something funny? It's not going to be funny. It's not. Their heads are always down. Sometimes we go for a drive in the car, and I'm like, oh my gosh, girls, guess where we are? Where are we, Dad? In the driveway. We haven't left yet. Look up. Still at home. We're sitting here waiting. When I was a kid, if my father went like this, hey. Right? We knew we were in trouble. That was his look. I have a look. My kids don't see my look. I actually selfie myself angry, and then I text them the picture.
My wife and I, we have gotten to a point where we are letting the digital devices in our home control our lives. We have the Amazon Echo, and the problem is my wife primarily uses it just for the weather, but she talks to Alexa like she's an 80-year-old dementia patient. She gets way too close, and she's, Alexa, what's the weather today? Alexa, do you know where you are? Do you know who I am? Alexa's flinching up there, right? The big concern about these devices is that they're listening all the time. That's right. Oh my gosh, she's listening all the time. Don't even look at Alexa. She's listening. Alexa, what are you talking about? Nothing, Alexa. We're just standing over here. Here's the thing. If you're concerned about that thing listening to your conversations, you're assuming your conversations are worth listening to. They're not. I think about some of the stupid stuff my wife and I talk and argue about. I'm amazed that thing hasn't launched itself off the entertainment center by this point. I know I'd like to sometimes. And if she is listening in during the arguments, how about chiming in once in a while, all right? I could use some support. I get crushed in these things. Every now and then, you know what, Janice? You could have done a lot worse. You should see some of the stuff your old boyfriend Tom buys. Thank you, Alexa.
But I love kids. Kids don't realize how easy you have it today. You children don't understand how easy you have it. Older folks in the room, do we want to tell them? I'll explain a few things that my daughters, I always tell them that you have it easy. They don't understand. Kind of like when they try to teach me their new math that they're learning at school. I don't understand. Here's why I think kids have it easy. Kids now can get any song they want. You can go on Spotify, you can go on Pandora, you can just listen to any music you want. When I wanted a free song, I had to sit next to a speaker with a tape recorder like this. Remember those days? And you would sit there for 3 weeks because that DJ'd say, yeah, that song's coming on next, buddy. That song never came on next. April Fool's on me. And then when everything's on your phone now. Everything's on your phone. Anything you need, a flashlight, GPS. You can find your child with GPS just by locating where they're at. You have that Find a Phone app or 360 or whatever. You know what GPS was when I was growing up? The phone cord. That's how my parents found, where are you at? Where are you at? Yeah, that was GPS back then. Then you get yelled at, Grandma drove over here for 4 miles. The phone was doing this all day, she said, meh, meh, meh. Well, how about getting me a teen line and that wouldn't happen? And what'd she come over for? She came over to tell us Thanksgiving's on Thursday. I think it's been that way since the Pilgrims were here, Mom. But everything's on a phone, and if it breaks down, if your phone breaks down, if somebody's phone breaks down now, all you have to do is turn it off and turn it back on, and it works again, right? Voila. When my stuff broke down, I had to go find a number 2 pencil to rewind my Milli Vanilli tape back into tape. Or you tried to smoosh your pinky in there and twist that back. Thing would be hanging all out, then he'd get it to play, never played right again. And phones are small. They're very small. You can put 20,000 songs on a phone. Can you imagine telling your friend, hey, bring over 20,000 songs to my house? We're gonna need a team lift and a U-Haul truck. I'm telling you that right now. My daughter said, Dad, it's too big. It's too big. My phone's too big. Oh, yeah? I carried around a 77-pound Walkman in my back pocket. Remember that big, huge suitcase? You're walking around like this everywhere. By the end of the song, pants on the ground, pants on the ground. And it took batteries. Your parents would never buy you batteries. Those are way too expensive. They're like $250. So you had to listen to only one side of a tape, and then you'd have to get your batteries cold to work them again, because like halfway through the song, you'd be like, blame it on the rain.
God, I see it's a mixture of older people and younger people. I like that. It's a difference. Watch this. Team iPhone makes some noise. Let me hear y'all. Team iPhone. God, I hate y'all so much. I hate y'all so much. Team Galaxy, where y'all at? Team Galaxy, Samsung. Yeah, they're my peoples right there. I like y'all. Now, I see some of you guys didn't clap, and I want you to be a part of the show. You know what I'm saying? I want to give you your opportunity to shine. Team Flip Phone, let me hear you, Team Flip Phone. I see you clapping, sir. I see you clapping right there. I am jealous of you for one reason only. One reason only. You guys remember how good of a hang-up you get on the flip phone? What? You be arguing with somebody like, what you say? Bop, it's over that fast. You know how good of a hang-up that is, sir? You can hang up and put the phone in your pocket at the same time. Your mama, that's it. You try to hang up on somebody one of these smartphones, you be arguing like, what? Wait till this screen light up. I'm gonna hit the end button. You know, you argue long enough, the phone freeze on you, right? You're like, I can't even hang up. They got a flip phone. They're like, I can't, pop, it's over. That's it.
Some technology that kids have, like, it's like the school pictures, it's over for us, it's too late. Other technology they have, we have it too, they're just better at it. My daughter's had a phone for all of a year. She's already way better at texting than I ever will be in my life. She can send a text message in nothing but emojis. Anybody know people like this? No words, just nothing but emojis. You're supposed to translate this Morse code. All right, the other day she sent me 2 Hello Kitties, a heart, and a poop sign. 2 Hello Kitties, a heart, and poop. And I called her. I go, honey, what on earth are you trying to say to me? She acted like I was the idiot. She goes, duh, Dad, clean the litter box. She has 2 cats. She loved them, and they pooped. I totally get it now. I get it. I just needed a translator. That's it. You know who else needs texting translated for them? 911 emergency operators. Yeah, because 911 accepts text messages. I just want to be there for the training. Because they're going to get stuff like, my GF shot my BFF. Frown. What's the etiquette there? Does he call or does he text back? LOL, JK, OMW, you know what he's gonna do. You should embrace certain aspects of technology. For example, don't just type on your computer in the font that they give you. Be creative. Right, we always type in the one they give us, Calibri, Arial, Times New Roman. There's 1,000. Have you ever scrolled down for how many? Pick one that fits your personality. I'm a comedian, so I like to type in Comic Sans. You ever seen that one? Yeah, it makes everything you type into comic book dialogue letters. You think that's not powerful? I print out my bank statement in that font. Yeah. Now, even words like foreclosure and delinquency don't look so bad anymore, you know?
What else can I tell you something about myself? I'm 53. And I say that only because I'm becoming an old guy, but I'm young enough to realize I'm becoming an old guy, but only after I say old guy stuff. Once it leaves my mouth, I realize I became an old guy. Young comedian in New York City showed me his new iPhone and he's bragging about the camera. It just leaves my mouth. I go, what's your phone need a camera for? I'm like, Without missing a beat, he says he sends inappropriate pictures to his girlfriend. I'm like, oh my gosh, people do that? Then I'm thinking, thank God I did not have this technology growing up. No one ever took an inappropriate picture with a Polaroid camera. Oh, this is gonna be great. Give me a minute. Tell you what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mail it to you. 3-4 days. Speaking of old, my mother-in-law in New York still has a rotary phone. Do you guys remember the rotary phone? Yeah. I don't remember the last time you used a rotary phone, but it's actually faster to drive to the person's house and tell them what you want to tell them than it is to call on a rotary phone. We were up over the holidays and all my in-laws were in the living room. I'm in the kitchen with the rotary phone goofing around. My wife comes in and goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "I'm texting."